Hey all, Dirty Distaggio here with some Here Be Monsters base design. Now, bad thing with some Here Be Monsters bases is they leave yourself open to raids, and I just got constantly raided with one of the Leary 93, his most recent design. And here's a raid against a new base I've come up with that my goal was to basically beat Challenge D, but also be really strong against raids. Now, there was probably 50 attacks on this base yesterday, and only one person got me to 51%. This is that person. You can see what they did. They just ran their heroes across the arc. They took advantage of Thunder God, but again, how my towers are focused in the center there, with the vaults protecting them, it's a super hard base to penetrate. Now, I call it the maze because it sort of abuses how heroes path through those mazes. And so here's a wave E. This base was designed for wave E. It does not work against the wave F, challenge F. So you can see what happens here. It's sort of like the God Fuzzy base where it has two sides independent of another. There's no total ring around the entire structure. And then they path through that maze type structure and they sort of route all around the walls. They, for some reason, do not go through as many walls anymore. They path around them instead. And so you can see what happens here. The Mecha Men come straight in, they path all the way around, they did not go through any walls, and then on the west side of the base you can see the hero path. This is sort of the a la Confusion base design, which is where you route your heroes, the raiding heroes around your towers. That's what this does. However, how I do Confusion is I sort of divide it into two pieces, because I don't want one wave to go around the whole ring. I want one wave to go around one side, and I want one wave to go around another side, allowing me to beat always two waves without my heroes even really entering combat that much. Then here comes wave E3, and you can see again how all my heroes are placed, situated together in the center, all five. I do my hero placement a little bit different than others. You know, where you'll normally see like a square of 4 altars in a perfect square, then one just jutting off. I do this design where there's 3 and then 2 sort of staggered. Sort of looks like a pyramid or a trapezoid. I just find that that's better. So here's wave E5 with the maze base, and it works up to E. This works really great. Look at that. I mean, I don't think I lost a hero on wave E. Now, I had only a single garrison there, the 2 green. So as I'm designing bases for Here Be Monsters, what I do is I split test. Now look at the northeast side of the base where the top griffins are right now. Do you see how that's the Leary 93 current design with an opening that just allows the attacking party to come straight in? And then look at the sort of the southwest side of my base. So there I'm testing the maze. I'm trying to find the best maze pattern for the heroes. I'm trying to push it and see how far they'll walk around walls. Will they go around 4? Will they go around 5? Will they go around, you know, a double stack 3 or a single stack 2? And so I'm really just testing, you know, how far I can push the base. Now on this Here Be Monsters wavy, I think most of them came in the northeast. So I was really only testing sort of the Leary 93 opening. That's a base that Sand 7 has recently moved to, a base I also recently moved to and beat F for the first time, so that was pretty awesome. Now here you can kind of see some heroes did get to the southwest. That's really what I want to test the most. However, really strong garrison. They didn't even get close. Here I'm running full garrison, 2 green, 2 purple, 1 blue. That's the strongest garrison I can do. Here again they're coming northeast, so like this was really stress testing the wider opening, and as you can see they obviously funneled in there, but I didn't really get any benefit from that. And so I'm going to run here a Here Be Monsters Challenge E again. Again, they kind of come in the same side. They test out the real popular Leary 93 most recent design, which is an open base. He's the person that also designed the Death Clover, or the Clover defense, which is an awesome defense. In fact, Leary 93 was chatting with me one day. We were just talking about random stuff on private messages, and he had recommended to me the Death Clover. And I switched to it this is when I was farming C and hadn't even attempted D. And I switched to his base, the Death Clover. I modified it a little bit, and his base allowed me to beat D for the first time. So to beat E though, beating E the first time, I went to sort of more like a corner base, like a busky design, sort of my custom B-52 busky. There's a video on that. And that's how I was able to beat D for the first time. And then moving on to F, I went again, a Leary 93 design was my first one. So what all that means is that when Leary 93 posts a defense, you should probably look at it, because it's likely very good, because I know he does test quite a bit, probably more than anyone else playing this game. All his bases are awesome. He's a cool guy, approachable. If you have any questions, just ask him, you know, and yeah, very nice. Like his videos too. He's here on YouTube. I think it's 93 Warmaster, I want to say. I'll correct that by posting a link in the bottom. Now here's the problem with my maze design. Oh, it just, you know what? Every now and then they go through that double stack, that too deep wall, and so I lost that one. It's like, oof. E, come on, I just beat F and here I lose E? So I wasn't really happy with the maze. I did configure what I think is the best maze for Challenge D. Like, this base would work really good for Here Be Monsters Challenge D. I just don't think it's good enough for Challenge E or F, for sure not F. And so here I tried something really crazy. Look at this maze. What I essentially did was a 4 opening, like a Death Clover, right, which has 4 openings, 4 ways for the attacking Here Be Monsters to come in, except this base has sort of, they have to path around all these walls. And yeah, I did win quite a few E's, but I mean, this F would just destroy this. So I'm on F now. I've beaten F 2 times. My next video will be on F, but again, it's the Leary 93 design, and because I don't have as high of a town hall as like San 7's base, look on page 2, I couldn't go 3 deep on the west and east side. I'll talk more about that later, but basically I did have to modify his design tiny little bit, but his design is the best design for F if you have under 100 level heroes. As far as my towers are concerned, I have 2 level 7s and 2 level 8s. The 7s are almost to 8, and my town hall is 15 right here in all these videos. Town hall is 15, moving to 16 in probably a couple weeks. 10 days, I want to say. And yeah, again, it's, you know, when this base is kind of an interesting one. I mean, the 4 wide structure, but look at how far my heroes path out, and that's just, if your heroes get out there sort of unprotected, if you will, like right here, that's just not good. You do not want this. So you need to have your walls farther from your heroes, basically. Or this is what happens. Oh, that dinosaur, the one that we all have nightmares about as we're doing and trying to create the best Here Be Monsters base. We all dream of that dino right there. Anyhow, so 4 quick Here Be Monster Challenge E's, kind of a cool design. And I think it works really, really, really good for C and D. Probably lets you beat them ahead of schedule. But again, if you're working on F, I would definitely recommend something else. Keep it dirty.